beach balling. Hey, look, Mom, we're on camera. Welcome back to After Reality. I'm your host, Courtney Robertson, with my partner in crime, Humberto Preciado. I wish you could see what went into setting up this video. You know, I'm new to YouTube. Babe, did you pull a hamstring trying to get an extension
Look, Mom,
cord?
I'm on camera. Yeah, it was behind the scenes was real. Definitely tried to get an extension cord, tried to climb around the couch, get around all this audio visual equipment, whatever you call it. So yeah, we're trying to make it work. We're on video. There's a camera right there.
We're all the way live.
We're all the way live on a Monday.
We are recording this on Monday. Grant Ellis's season records tonight. We do not have the screeners. I don't know if we'll be watching, but I had Reality Steve on to kind of fill us in.
Come on, ABC. I mean,
Come
for real.
on.
We got 3 kids. We can't, stick around, stay awake, and not
mess around and find out.
Not share the TV from 7 to 9 p.m. I mean, that's impossible.
I
so
like
we can't watch.
With you.
Yeah. No, this is real. There's a camera right there. I love it.
Well, you guys, today we're going to give a little life update. Gabriel finally slept through the night. At almost 9 months.
Yeah, through the night we've been on a week now of just, you got to cry it out, dude. I have been sleeping on the floor in the living room with a little makeshift, I don't even know what you call it, fold out little bed mattress. And it's worked. Everybody's sleeping better. I'm sleeping better. And we go to sleep and just do your thing. You gotta make it through the night, buddy. And he does.
It's funny. I mean, I've been talking to Lace more. She was on Bachelor in Paradise, and she's, single mom right now and been kind of dealing with the sleep stuff. And sleep is a real form of torture. Let's just be honest.
We were talking about it today. I mean, it's the last, I think we've been on 7, 8, 9 days. I think the last weekend was a 3-day weekend. And I was like, we got to figure this out. We got to do something different.
Oh, yeah.
And just how much better I feel.
You get to that point where you're like, something has
to change. Because him waking up 2-3 times a night still, I think he's wanting milk, or at least the idea of milk. It just got to be enough. And then he wakes up in the morning, 5:30, 5, 6, if whatever it is, the time in the morning, he's fine. He's not starving. He's not losing his mind.
He
doesn't even want to drink his bottle. Yeah, he doesn't. It's just, I think he got into a routine, and we had to try and fix that. And it's been really good. It's last week, what I felt like compared to the weeks before.
Are you a new girl? What does that mean for me?
I'm a brand new girl. It feels good. Even today, I was telling you, I was like, I feel so good. I'm good. I feel good. It's a good day.
Me too. I always tell new parents this, like, when you get that night's sleep, you can like see the world in color again.
Oh yeah. No, it's literally night and day difference. Like, you're able to get through the day. Like, I don't feel like I have to take, or want a nap, need to take a nap. Like,
the afternoon coffee,
I really don't need it.
And for the listeners, we make a huge pot of coffee in the morning and we save some. And I'm like,
always save some.
Always save it. I'm going to pour some over ice later. And
yeah, no, it's been great. We've taken a nice turn for a week. I hope it keeps going.
I know. It's like
he's sleeping right now.
We literally will put him in the same pajamas and clean them and put them in him the next night, just to
whatever works. Stick with it. You got to ride the heater.
Yeah.
So he'll be wearing the same pajamas for a couple nights for sure, at least.
Well, you guys, so Grant Ellis's season starting of The Bachelor. I'm not that excited, but I'm low-key excited. We're not going to watch live tonight. There's no way. We got to go get the kids soon. Or maybe we will.
We'll see.
This guy.
Yeah, no, it's
How are you feeling going into the season? Also, before we dive into what we want to talk about, which is Traitors, I just want to thank you for being such a good sport. You should have seen this setup, you guys. I'm doing video now. Thank you so much.
No, this is great.
He pulled a hamstring trying to get an extension cord, and it's amazing.
I'll be in physical therapy later on this week, but it's all good. No,
that's all me out later too.
It's all for the cause. There we go. Yeah, no, I me personally, I'm try to temper myself. I listened to
I love that
your
about you.
reality Steve episode. I think that, I'm kind of the same as every season. I feel like it's become a little predictable. I have a feeling what's going to go on tonight. I have
I
a
know. I
feeling
was
what's
like,
going to go on the next
what do
couple
we
episodes.
need to look for? He's like,
Right.
somebody rides in on a llama or
The
brings the llama drama.
Someone will take too much time with the Bachelor, and all the girls will get upset, and there'll be, some cat fighting at some point. Then the sob stories will come out episode 2 or episode 3, and then it's the same thing.
Who's going to drop the L card?
Right?
Who's going to say, I love you
I
first?
think I'm falling for you, or whatever the quote is now that everybody uses.
Funny story I could share that just comes top of mind is when we were dating. I was like, I know I love him. I love him. And I was like texting Rachel, my sister. I was like, I want to tell him first. Not that it's like a competition, but I was like, I think I need to like say it first. And I had that letter board that now is our kids' like preschool photo letter board. And I was I had all these big ideas, and she's like, just do nothing. You used to make me those cold brews. Speaking of coffee, which is so important in life, you really wowed me with your cold brew.
I did have a little setup. Yeah, we don't do it as much anymore. But yeah, I've done some cold brews. Yeah.
Wait, how many cold brews?
For us, I think we've only done like.
No, for us.
Oh no, I mean, I used to do them for myself.
Good.
When I was single, but once I came over to our little
Lucas' voice
patio,
is cracking.
No. So we did the patio, whatever we were living at, and then here at the house. It's I would say time consuming somewhat, and you have to have a ton of coffee because you got to make just one big giant batch, and then it just sits in the fridge and takes up space. So
bring it back, babe.
Oh, we can do cold. I like cold brew. I have no problem. It's nitro.
Ooh, you really wowed me with that in the beginning.
I'll bring it back.
But I was gonna say, I was gonna put like by the cold brew or the coffee, I was gonna put like something on the letter board that was like, I love you a latte. Rachel's like, no. And you know what I did? I went to Last Chance with Rachel, and I got a coffee mug that said, I'm yours. And I still feel that way.
Yeah, but I think how the story goes, though, is it wasn't the coffee mug. I think you told me in the middle of the night when we were laying in bed. And
well, you tell me. Update the fans.
I think how
this is a big deal. But when do you launch?
So we moved in together, or we were about. It actually might have been right when we moved in together. It was July 2019. We've been dating a few months. We moved in together, and we were going to Marina Del Rey for your birthday. And I remember my thought was I was going to tell you I loved you when we were out in Marina Del Rey. But you beat me to the punch, and it was the middle of the night on like, I don't know, July 1st or whatever it was, June 28th. And you told me in the middle of the night we were going to bed. And I was like, oh.
Middle of the night? Like, what are we
talking about? No, yeah. It was
the middle of the night for us now would be like 9:30.
No. Well, yeah. Back then it was probably like, I don't know, 10:30. It wasn't anything that exciting. It was probably like 10:30. And we were going to bed, and you told me. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I guess you beat me to it. But yeah, that was the plan, was to tell you in Marina Del Rey, and you
had been thinking about it too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. So here we are. 3 babies later. That's the life update. And so we don't have the screeners, but we have been watching Traitors. And I am not going to lie, I low-key have been campaigning to go on Traitors. How would you feel as my husband, since we just watched season 3, I've never seen it before, would you support me going on Traitors? Oh, absolutely. I would love it. I think it'd be great. I mean, obviously my only, concern or reservation would be making sure that we would be able to take care of the kids, and, I would still be able to work and do what I need to do. But as far as you going and competing and having a good time, I'm all for it. Do it. Enjoy, live it up. And
would you want me to be a faithful or a traitor? So, by the way, we just started watching season 3. We're up to snuff. I've got some great episodes coming up for you. I've got some good peeps in the pipeline. But it was like a lot to like, you're like, wait, what is this show? To like tell somebody, I'm like, there's like a traitor, 3 traitors and a faithfuls and this and that. Like, it's a lot to unpack.
Yeah, I'll be honest. So we've watched the first 5. I think we're caught up. Episode 6 is Thursday, and yeah, I think I have a grasp of how it all works and what's going on and the idea of it. I mean, I think I would like to be a traitor. I think it'd be cool if you were a traitor.
Into it, like that's
Yeah,
like where you have the most power.
Yeah, it's like the trickiest, and you have a little power, and you're kind of, you get to deceive and manipulate, and seems kind of cool to me. But that's just me. The faithful is it's just kind of like, yeah, all you're trying to do is just not get murdered. You're not really. I feel like the traitors are the ones plotting a lot of the stuff, so I think that would be fun.
I would love to do it. Sign me up, Scotty.
Yeah, Peacock.
I'm also Scottish. Like I feel like those roots would help me.
I'll pretend to be Scottish for a little while.
Yeah, come through. I would love to do it. I feel like, so as I'm watching the show and I've been on reality TV, I'm like, oh my God, the traitors are, if you're listening to this, hopefully you watch the show. If you don't, go watch. But they had, what is it? I'm so bad with names, you guys. It's Danielle.
Danielle's a traitor. Carolyn, Boston Rob.
Oh, love Boston Rob.
And Bob, the drag queen, were the 4. Yes, I think.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
If you're listening and you haven't watched,
there's one down in case anyone's curious.
Exactly. Exactly. But so being from the Bachelor world, it's like Gabby Wendy went on.
She's on.
Her outfits are on point. She's kind of like a Bambi, as they say. Like they have a 3-girl, Nikki Garcia. We're just going to walk this back. Nikki Garcia and then Chriselle, I think he was on Selling Sunset. And I just watch from being on in reality TV, and I'm like, like, is this just editing? But it's so obvious to me. Like Bob the drag queen, like throwing on the tears.
Oh yeah, he's laying it on thick. Yeah, I mean it's
that's what I think makes it so entertaining to watch.
Yeah, no, it's entertaining. It's it's like, again, trying to learn how it all works and whatnot.
Who's murdering who?
And there's a lot of people, and for me, like I don't watch a ton of reality TV. I don't think so. A lot of people, I had no clue who they were. I knew about 5 of the people, so it's all new to me. I'm trying to like get their personalities down. I didn't even know the Real World Road Rules Challenge is now called The Challenge. I had no idea that was.
I didn't know who Wes was because he had that beard on.
Yeah, I had no clue.
I was like, oh, okay, yeah, now it makes sense.
I grew up. I loved me some WWF and WWE, so I knew
Nikki.
Yeah, I knew the Bella Twins. I knew that. There's a few other ones, but yeah,
great cast. Tom Sandoval. Looks like he just sucked on a lemon. Can we do Real Talk o'clock?
I mean, sure. I don't mind. It doesn't bother me any.
But he's
a lot.
What can you even say?
He's a lot. I told you, and I still stand by this. I think he turned into the character.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about the.
Listening that.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Vanderpump Rules. I've never seen it. I never watched it. I imagine, seasons 4, 5, 6 ago, he was kind of normal, but I feel like he turned into the character that they accused him of being, portrayed him as, said he was, like all this Sandoval, whatever. He's like a TV character now. He's not even a real human. Like it's a lot to deal with. It's a lot to watch. I just shake my head when I see it because his
mouth is, he's like that sad cat. Yeah, his mouth is always turned down. Talk about like thing, like, can we go back to Traitors? Like I think the thing that's fun about watching the show is like, what would I do in this situation?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that goes back to the Bachelor,
Yeah. How would you play it?
How would you play it? Like, don't go tell the Bachelor I just kissed him. Like social cues.
Right.
And I think that you're somebody who's really good at reading a room.
I would think. I mean, I try to.
But like with the Traitors, it's like that's what it's a game. So the difference between the Bachelor is like they're there for love. They're there to tell their story and connect. But the thing that I like about Traitors, which is so refreshing, is it's a game.
Yeah, and then they're there to win at the
They're
end of the
there
day,
to
and that's
win.
I think there's
And it's not much different from The Bachelor.
yeah, if you are caught up on all the episodes like we are, like I mean, I think that was it episode 4 was the big one with Rob and Bob the
Oh
drag
yeah,
queen, I
episode
think.
4.
So yeah, I mean, it's
Rob was like, I mean, iconic reality TV. Like, it's like being able to read the room,
yeah,
which I feel like, a little sidestep here is when I went into The Bachelor, I'd gone on to castings, and that was a skill set that I learned from going into castings and walking into a casting room with 40, 50 girls that look just like me. And it's like, I could go into a callback for a commercial for, let's say, Head and Shoulders, something big that I knew I really, really wanted at Burger King when they were eating the burgers. Long story short, I won't bore you with the details. I could walk in a room on a callback and the director was there, and I would know if they liked me or not instantly. Like
yeah,
they're looking for something. But in Traitors, my point is this, you have to be able to read the room. And when I was on The Bachelor, I did that with the producers. I knew when people were tired. I think it goes above what you see on television. And
yeah,
that's why I think I'd be really good at it.
yeah. No, and it
And I am watching loosely, but I'm like, Nikki hasn't said anything. Sam has said nothing.
mhm.
That's Britney Spears' ex.
Even
Like,
they were going after Ciara. I don't think she did a
I
whole
don't
lot,
even
but
know
they
who
were
Ciara is.
yeah, they were
Which
going
one is
after
that?
her. Uh,
I know
I don't even know how to
exactly.
describe her because I don't know what she was on.
But
I don't know
you got to
what show.
stand out. You got to, especially my point is it's a game. You're there to win money. You're there to murder.
Yeah,
I
murder.
will say when I turned you on to it, I was like, oh wow, I'm just watching for the first time. It was like, oh, I think that they could trim the fat as far as like,
I
oh my gosh.
don't get me started. I totally
No,
agree.
get you started.
I think it's a good show. I enjoyed it. I like I said, the more I learn, the more I'm watching it. It makes more sense, and I'm getting the idea of it, the vibe of it. But there are two things that stand out to me. One, the host. There's way too much camera time for him, and I like
Yes.
him. He's a good actor. I have nothing against him. Like
Yeah.
I'm all for him doing
Alan
his
Cummings,
thing.
he's amazing.
Yeah, he's great. But it's like I don't like all the drama and all the spectacle, and he's getting 4 5 6 7 minute scenes, and it's all this,
They could trim it
it's
down.
very dramatic. And I think the entire show, I think you're talking about, I think it's an hour and a half if you watch on NBC. The first couple ones are on NBC.
If
And
you
so
don't pay for the premium on
right,
Peacock.
right. So but and then you have to get the rest of them on Peacock. So Peacock, you get, I think it's an hour, right about, or a little bit more. And I mean, that's for me to pay attention for one straight hour with, depending on your Peacock subscription, you get like a couple of commercials here and there. Like for me, that's a lot. Like I think that they could definitely, between him and a lot of the drama, with the coffins and a lot of the other stuff.
By the way, talking about putting yourself in other people's shoes. So I'm like, I would love to go on the show, but I'm like, if you had to put me in a coffin, like you put yourself in those, I'm like, I would be not okay. Like, how long did you leave them in the
Yeah,
cages?
no.
Like that would
bother
be,
me.
I do think that the challenges, like I like the game aspect of it, like the clowns, bad listening.
Yeah, the clowns were fine for me too. And I told you when we watched, well, I think it might have been the first challenge when they get in the boats, the Viking boats, and they're out in the water. I was like, oh hell no.
I was like, honey, how hard is
Hell
this?
no.
Like, I'm like, and
That's
Gabby's
not
like,
happening.
I will say Gabby Wendy, since I was on The Bachelor, she so far has been so entertaining to watch. And that's when you have 3 kids and
Yeah.
you have a surplus of shows to watch.
Limited
The Bachelor, limited time. So when we dive into time, obviously we do the podcast, but you want to feel like walk away being like, oh wow, like I can't wait for more of that.
Yeah.
Like to give yourself a brain break. But I will say Gabby Wendy, I was a little bit pleasantly surprised by her.
Yeah, I would agree. I think she's doing well. I think she has a pretty good idea. I think her, and for me, I think he's done well the last couple episodes to this point. We'll see what happens. Is Dylan Efron, I think Zac Efron's brother.
Love Dylan.
Yeah, he's been good, and
Kind of love Dylan.
what he said, or like his little
I
takes.
didn't even know. I'm like, I asked you. I'm like, who's
I
this
had no
guy?
idea.
And you were like, oh, that's Zac Efron's
The only
brother.
thing I knew was because Wells said hi to him the first episode. Bye, Wells. Sorry, like that.
By the way, epic fail on Wells's part. He should have gone hard at that round table.
And he did not.
He didn't. No,
I think he was the first one voted.
Yeah,
He's the first one.
Wells. So if you're listening to this, so we are on episode. This is gonna come out Wednesday. Episode 6 airs Thursday. Also, I have some really exciting stuff coming up, but I won't plug that right now. But so far, Wells went home first. Second week, I can't even.
It's Housewives. There were a lot of
Housewives.
So
yeah. I think the fourth week is the one to watch. I think you could actually watch the first episode and the fourth if you don't have as much time.
Yeah. I mean, you'll figure it out. I mean, you jump in and you get in. Yeah, I can't remember all the people that made it. It was a couple. It was a lot of Housewives. Nikki Garcia just went home.
Her tits were out.
Yeah, she brought them out.
I've had Nikki and Bella, the Bella twins, Nikki and Brie on my podcast. I want to pick her brain.
Wells got voted out. I'm pretty sure Robin one. She finally got voted out. Or no, Robin was killed at night by the Traitors. So yeah, anyway, there's like 5 or 6 that are gone. It's like I said, it's a good show. There are a couple things they could probably do a little better, but well, who am I?
Who am I?
Yeah,
who are we?
It's fun to just watch and just
Well, there's our Traitors update.
Yeah. Good show.
We'll watch Grant's season. We got to get the screeners, especially like here's the other thing is like I just recorded a podcast earlier, so I'm a little sleepy, but it's promoting Traitors. So I'll just say that. And ABC, if you're listening, we could have spent the last 20 minutes talking about Grant season.
Right.
You've got a lot of competition out there.
Because we have to wait for tonight.
And we have 3 kids.
Watch it
what's important.
Right.
But I wanted to ask you about the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl? Snoozer.
I'm not a big
snoozer
sports galley, nor do I play one. Maybe at night, but
a cheerleader at times.
Oh yeah, I gotta work on the splits. I've always wanted to be able to do the splits, babe.
Me too. Hasn't happened. Hasn't happened.
But so obviously this isn't a sports podcast, but
it's a Super Bowl.
Big game yesterday.
That's the biggest thing.
So Kendrick Lamar.
2 big games.
Taylor
yesterday.
Swift. Is Eagles, she gonna why do they not have Taylor Swift perform at this is what girls say. I'm here for the commercials, for the T Swift of it all. Yeah, call me basic. I don't care.
Well, no, I get that. I think the big issue is one, they don't know who's playing, so they didn't know that Kansas City would be in it with her boyfriend playing in it. So that's one thing. The other thing I think is, although she is from Philadelphia, which is kind of funny, I don't.
Who is?
T Swift. She's from Philadelphia.
What?
Yeah, so she's a Philadelphia girl, and her Eagles are oh yeah. And this is a rematch from 2023, and I don't know if they were dating back then. When the Eagles played the Chiefs here in Phoenix for the Super Bowl. So this is a rematch. Super snoozy. I could care less. I'll probably just watch the halftime Kendrick Lamar. I could care about anything else.
Babe, I'm gonna do Super Bowl snack.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
I like that part of the Super Bowl. I like the NFL season. I grew up watching it.
Yeah.
I like, like the other day I was like, go watch football at Zips at the Zips bar with your friends.
Right. I think
the ritual of the season.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously I love football, and I watch as much as I can.
You played football.
I
got his Letterman.
The other problem is that I think they do it. They announced the Super Bowl performer way in advance. So this girl, Taylor Swift, has been touring her.
This girl,
50 tours, 80 tours, like $3 billion tours. Yeah, this girl, whoever she is. So who knows if they can lock her down for this weekend. I think the issue that came about that I was telling you for this one is it's in New Orleans, but they got Kendrick Lamar to do it, who is from LA. And I think people were a little upset at the beginning because why wouldn't you get Lil Wayne, Lil Weeze, some New Orleans people to do the halftime show? But whatever, that's their
Can we
decision.
talk about Little Weezy, Lil
Oh,
Wayne?
love me some Lil
I have a
Weeze.
fun little story for you real quick. My birthday party, that was like our first big trip when I went
Yeah,
to Marina Del
Marina
Rey, the
we were just talking about it.
Ritz-Carlton. This
Yeah.
is not an ad, but shout out. That was a place I went when I lived in LA just to like recharge. And we threw a party there. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And it was the first moment that I saw my sister's an attorney. You're an attorney. And I saw you bond with my sister so much. We had our speakers, our drinks, because who wants to pay Ritz-Carlton
Yeah.
prices?
No.
You were drinking White Claws.
White Claw. I don't know why till this day. I don't know why. And it makes me have hiccups. Who would have thought?
Oh,
I can't do
this
White
guy
Claw.
with the
anymore.
hiccups.
The hiccups. Anyway, but
But
yeah.
we played Mr. Officer.
Mrs. Officer.
Or Mrs. Officer.
Call 911.
We
Yeah.
That should be your walkout song.
Yeah, it could
And
be.
you and my sister were like, call 911.
Yeah.
So
Mrs. Officer. Yeah, great song. Love Lil Weeze. It was a good time. That was also when earthquake happened. Earthquake.
Oh yeah.
We were there for
There was
an
a
earthquake.
big earthquake. We were at the Marina Del Rey, Ritz-Carlton. It's like a high rise. And I always like, I don't have a fear of heights, but like, you know this more about me now. Like, I'm like, if we're staying somewhere where it's like very high, I'm like, can we be on the lower end?
Yeah.
Just as you get older, you have kids.
No, I agree. The older I've gotten, the more I don't want to be up high for whatever reason.
Exactly. And we were kind of up high then.
Yeah,
because we also, it's my birthday is July 5th and we want to watch the fireworks. So that's the beauty of going to the Ritz-Carlton in Marina Del Rey is you get to see all the fireworks. And we were doing my birthday party. I was like cooked at that point. And there was an earthquake when they were bringing out my cake and drinks for everybody.
We like thought it was a joke, kind of. It was like,
and it was like,
what?
Oh my God, we were like at the bottom by the marina.
Yeah, it started moving and shaking.
Jeff Young was there.
Some guy, one of
the server was like, earthquake.
It was hilarious. So good. Good memories.
Good times. Great oldies.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's it. I mean, Traitors must watch. We have got Gabriel asleep right now. We gotta go get the kids soon.
Yeah, Gabriel's been napping for 45
Welcome
minutes.
Welcome to our channel. Good. We're gonna do more video.
YouTube. Yeah, you gotta subscribe. Take a peek.
Can I ask you real quick? I mean, obviously, people don't see what goes on behind scenes, but you know, you have been just like my day one fan. Like, I can't thank you enough for the support because it's been a lot to figure out.
No, you've taught yourself a bunch. It's impressive. Like I don't know anything that's going on. I just grab a mic or whatever you tell me to, where to stand, where to sit, what to wear. Speaking of what to wear, funny story. I said, what do I wear? Like, are we on video today? What are we doing? Are we just gonna talk? What goes on? Well, I will say this. So
he smells so good. By the way, you can't smell him, but he smells really good.
Go watch the Reality Steve episode. I was like, I drew my inspiration from him. That guy came out repping all Dallas Mavericks gear, and I was like, well, the hell with that. I'm not a Mavericks fan. He had his hoodie and his hat on, so I was like, I'm going straight California. Have the Lakers Dodgers hat, and you can't see, but I got Dodgers pajama shorts on. So yeah, I'm going hard with the LA, all my teams. Take that, Reality Steve.
Boom shakalaka. All right, I'm gonna wrap up with a couple. I just had Steve on, as you know.
Yeah.
And
always a good listen.
Always a good listen. We'll be in Vegas soon. But if you were single and we're going into Grant Ellis this season, we'll give the Bachelor a little plug until they give us the screeners. But we will probably be back to talk about them. What would your fun fact be if you were a Bachelor contestant or if you were on a dating app, which I hope you never have to do?
My fun fact? Wow, what a stumper. I've got.
That's what Steve was stunned.
No, I have a fun fact. Man.
Fun fact. Something that nobody knows about you. Or it could be, I don't want to lead the witness, but what would your
fun fact that nobody knows about?
I love our little, by the way, can I just interject while you marinate on
that? No.
So I think, I don't know if you're okay talking about this, but we have a pretty good connection, so to speak. And we always joke and keep it spicy. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I always say, yeah.
Yeah. So is that part of the what people don't know, or
No. I'm just saying. I'm giving you time to figure out like what your fun fact would be. I probably have 100 for you, but
I
my thing is like keep it spicy. Like I feel like Stella's getting her groove back. I feel like we're,
that makes everyone happy.
and I want to tell people out there,
I
keep it
just
going.
I feel like little by little I've kind of told a lot here on the podcast. I think the last one we did, I definitely talked about, my career goals and what I wanted to
The
do.
FBI.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff.
They missed out. That was a miss out for them and a win for me.
Yeah, trying to think of something really awesome I've ever done, and that list is short.
Well, we know it's not getting pedicures.
Yeah, we know it's not getting pedicures. My feet are terrible.
I
Wow.
will fix you up.
I really don't know. I'm sitting here trying to go through the Rolodex of my life, and I don't. Yeah.
All right. What is your
Well,
biggest pet peeve? We'll circle back on that.
biggest pet peeve.
Or a pet peeve.
The first thing I think that probably comes to mind is like driving, just bad drivers, or driving something.
You are the definition of the Kermit the Frog emoji that pulls up and is like,
Oh
you
yeah,
do a lot of this.
yeah,
You're like,
yeah. The drive.
I know it's coming when like I can tell when you're getting frustrated.
It's just simple things, your
And I'm like, it's
lane, the
coming. He's
speed, and
frustrated.
it's like it's if you can't drive,
And you give him the look like it's gonna
it's not gonna do anything.
change.
Yeah, it's not gonna do anything. It's not gonna.
It's not gonna change the outcome.
And you know what? I probably shouldn't, but it's just one of those things. It's like it's hard for me to control, and the kids are repeating everything that I say, so I need to be better. I know that, but yeah, it's just like I feel like if you can't drive, you're probably not going to be a very productive member of society. That's my own personal opinion, and maybe I'm wrong, but simple things like changing lanes, following the speed limit, the light signals, like if you can't figure that out, then I don't know what to tell you. Like I think driving is pretty basic.
But like as far as dating goes, obviously, hopefully you never have to date again.
No, yeah, no, I have no plans to. I hear stories, and that's the last thing I want to take part in. I'm glad it's all over with. But I finally thought of something. It's very stupid, and it's just something that came to my head. One random fact that I thought, and it was, again, I think kind of funny, was one of my front teeth. I only have half of the tooth. The rest is fake. So yeah.
Babe,
I have almost a fake tooth. Yeah. Yeah. I was in 4th grade.
Let me see. I had no clue, you guys.
There you go. See, breaking
news to me. Why didn't you ever tell me this?
I mean, I feel like it might have come up once or twice, but yeah, I mean, super stupid, super whatever. But yeah, that's a fact that probably not everyone knows. I was in 4th grade. It was before school. We were out in the front driveway at my parents' house, and I had gotten a new skateboard. I think for my birthday.
Is that when you got the scar?
No, that was different times. Now this was, and I was messing around outside before school with the skateboard. Did a face plant, and I lost, and I had like road rash on my face and lost half of my tooth. Had not go to school, had to go to the dentist so they could give me pretty much an entire fake tooth. So yeah, I don't know if that's what you wanted to hear, but that's the best I can come up with on short notice.
I just wanted to, on a dating app, if you were on The Bachelor,
yeah,
that would be a panty dropper.
No. That would not be. A girl would look at me and be like, "That's the best you got."
Babe, I was talking to Steve on, go check out my last episode. I was talking about like one of the fun facts. It's basic, these Bachelor intros and fun facts and that kind of stuff. It's like, by the way, the girls have some really good jobs. He's 31. He's a day trader.
Yeah.
I'm like, should we start buying stock? He was on Good Morning America talking about, and he's like, I don't even know if I can talk about this, but so the girls, like one of them was like, I hate hiking. I loathe hiking. And I'm like, yes, be honest in your pursuit for love. Like,
Yeah.
And you and I have
should.
always done that, and I would tell anybody that.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't want to hike either.
no,
Never.
never, no.
I think I've
I was
done it
talking
once
to
or
Steve. I was
twice.
like, you see people wearing hats. I'd hike that. I'm like, I'd not that.
Yeah. I don't.
Nope.
I have no ambition to get on a mountain anytime soon.
Same. And I think that, I would say stay true to your personal preferences when it comes to finding love. So we'll wish Grant Ellis a good time, and hopefully he's been engaged now for like 3 months, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's okay. Good for him.
So let's hope it works out for him. He seems genuine. I'm excited to watch. Maybe I'll watch a little bit. I like the limo entrances.
Yeah, I mean they're funny.
Yeah.
They are what they are. They're cheesy, funny, goofy, and there'll be a couple good ones. There'll be a few bad ones. I mean that's pretty much the way the story of the show
a
works.
little
So.
behind the scenes, but on my season, they come into your room. You're like in this room. Hold up. They take your phone away and they're like, what are you going to wear? And people came through. They're like, you should wear this. You should wear that. And I'm like, nope, I'm wearing this. Like, you got to stay true to you. But they're like, well, what's your intro going to be? And I'm like, I'm just going to walk up and say hi.
Yeah.
Like, let's keep this as normal to me as possible. And I remember I walked up and I was like, hey, cutie. Like, I was so nervous. I mean, it's just such a long night of filming.
I think you're right, though. I think sticking true to who you are, what you are, your objective.
I'm not going to roll down the hill in a wine barrel.
Right.
Like, you're a winemaker. Like,
or ride in on a llama. But yeah.
Llama.
But yeah, I mean, I think it provides some comfort a little, you're comfortable. So, and that makes you, probably come off a hell of a lot better rather than being all, I don't even like this dress. I don't know what I'm going to say.
And I think that like goes to like contestants on reality TV. If you're from Des Moines or wherever, and you're like in this new situation. And I think that's what makes it such a great show. But I do think you could be talked into doing something a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Like you want to stand out. Like
right. Yeah, absolutely. And then like I said, I'm sure there are people who get talked into a lot of stuff they don't want to do. But I would guess, I have no idea, I have no data, but I think the people that stay true to who they are and what they are, and don't get out of their kind of, I don't know what you want to call it, their sense of normalcy, I would assume they do pretty well because they're just kind of being themselves and they're sticking to their guns and they're like, no, I'm more comfortable doing this.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that.
Let me just roll with this because I'll feel better. I'll come off better. Like I won't seem
and
like.
As producers, I'm not one, but I would think that you want people to be comfortable.
Totally. I mean, yeah.
If the greater good is to genuinely find love.
Yeah, but that's not the greater good. I mean, the greater good is the ratings and the stirring up the controversy and they want girls to start fighting. Television. Yeah, they want the girls to fight. They want it to be, they want it to be catty and they want there to be some headlines.
I want a little catty too. Yeah. I can't wait to reach out to this season's villain. I heard it might be Zoe because she stole him a bunch. But anyway, we have a lot to look forward to, honey. Thank you for hopping into my little pea pod. We've had a little time before.
No need to thank me.
Take a yawn. I know you want to.
Take a nap. I was talking about no naps, and now I'm like, I'm ready. Let's do it.
I'll give you a nap.
Okay. All right.
All right, guys. Until next time, I'm your host, Courtney Robertson.
And it's me, hubby.
It's me. All right. We'll see you soon. Adios.
Adios.
We did it.
There you go.